Welcome. I'm Nathan Galloway, and this is part 5 of our Unlocking Webex CCE with T-Tech Digital. Quick reminder for who I am. I'm the Chief Architect at T-Tech Digital's Cisco practice. Really brief topics for today's session. So I want to do a quick discussion on new and roadmap Cisco features because they play an important role in the contact center platform that we're shaping here, and just make sure you're aware of what they are, as well as which of them am I using. So I'm going to give some opinions today, and you're going to see as we kind of get deeper into the real contact center meat of this, why I might be using something or another thing. So it'll make more sense as we get deeper on, but I want to just make sure you have awareness of them from a Cisco perspective and just my general beliefs of how they relate into the contact center space. So let's start off with VPN-less finesse. So for a long time, contact center enterprise customers really had to rely on a private network connection to access the agent desktop. VPN-less finesse has been out for a little while now, but it was a huge step, and basically now you should be aware that you can access your agent desktop from anywhere. Now, if you're on a premise today, doing this work will take a bit of effort. But if you're getting on the Webex cloud or you're on the Webex cloud, this is something that you should have by default. And again, just a great feature. And so, I don't know that it changes, much in the sense that it just kind of filled a huge gap. So certainly something that I'm taking advantage of, and talked last time about mobile agent, and just another piece that has become the default way of doing things and testing things. So making sure that this approach works. And again, I think it's generally better to only have one way of doing things. So if you start using this, is there opportunity that you could look at to get off the let's call it the private network way? That way you're not potentially supporting two. Now you may have a reason to do that. That's your call. Just from my point of view, getting down to one way would always be better than having two ways. The second part of this, Webex Connect, and I've kind of gone in a order of what came out first, and what has huge value to me. So Webex Connect is second on this list for a major reason. Really, it could be first on the list. What you're finding with really every one of the big enterprise contact center companies that are out there today is that they're getting away from this idea that they're going to be able to build digital channels on their own. And let's say, let's just stick with the term digital channels. And the struggle here is that if you just build in digital channels for your contact center, you're disjoining this communication that's existing on digital channels for the rest of your organization. So your marketing team has a huge role in what it is in what you might need to communicate to the customer. So I look at this and say, at least in my opinion, the right way to be doing this is not that you have this communications platform embedded inside your contact center. Rather, it's an integration to your contact center that can serve your enterprise. And that's why this term CPaaS exists, Communications Platform as a Service. And again, we have customers out there who are just hungry for the hyperscaler, pure cloud. Webex Connect is another one of those. Last time we talked about Webex calling. You're getting that at the key areas of the platform. Meanwhile, you're still and again, what part of the reason I love this product, have this 20 some odd year mature core to handle the routing for your agents, right? And we'll talk more about, and we'll get down to another piece of that that's gone pure cloud here in a second. But hopefully this starts to kind of weigh down those ideas that this is not, this cannot be a true cloud architecture as you really piece together and get all the things you need into this offering. So long story short, Webex Connect with Cisco, not only have they taken a huge step, I personally believe that they've almost put themselves, or maybe have put themselves in the lead, in that how they got here was an acquisition of a company called IMI Mobile, who has been serving the largest enterprise customers in just about every vertical for the last 10 plus years, right? So this is not a new product or something somebody, the team of people went off and created it, and immediately flash into this product. No, this is a very, again, mature cloud platform that enables you to communicate across just about every digital channel, and then to be able to escalate that into your agents or have your agents escalate back. You really have everything that you need at your fingertips from a digital perspective. So long story short, I'm using VPNless Finesse. I'm using Webex Connect. The next one that I'm using, and this will be come out, I believe, later this year, is Journey Orchestration, and Cisco calls this Customer Journey Data Service. Your platform may have, or your enterprise, let's say, may already have, some sort of journey type tools in play. And this is not a replacement to your CDP, your customer data platform. What this is for customers who don't have any of this, you can rapidly get to, let's call them journey orchestrative type actions, provide your agents visibility into the events that are going on. So you can get this, with very little effort, and be better off than you are today. But for an enterprise who has already gone down this path, what I look at this as is a complement to that existing system that ties into your contact center and gives you easier paths to basically doing what you need in the contact center. So what I mean by that is you might have all this eventing data in your CDP, but now something happens directly involving the contact center. Well, the Journey Data Service has the hooks into the contact center to make orchestrating those actions, like maybe I just want to offer a chat or connect them directly to an agent. You don't have to go spend the time to build all that. Rather, you can trigger that event, you can be watching that event, you can really do that from either side, your CDP or your data service, but you can actually make that event happen with the Journey Data Service, which again easily triggers what needs to happen within the contact center. Again, things like offering chats and escalating to agents, or it could be anything, just sending a text message. So all of it, and as well, I should mention that Journey Data Service also has not only hooks into the contact center, but also the Webex Connect side, the communications platform. So again, I just mentioned sending a text message. That's how that ties together. So not a replacement for your CDP if you already have one. If you don't have one, great, you can easily get started, but I'm using this piece, and we'll see that more in a later section. We'll probably do an entire section just on that. So you get more of an idea for what we're talking about there. Next, Cisco Virtual Agent Voice Universal Harness. So this is going to be the virtual agents for voice using the AI provider of my choice. One of the things that I think is incredibly critical in how I've simplified what it is that I do with Cisco, right? I talk about spending more time in places that create ROI for our business. This is one of those areas. I see a lot of enterprise customers out there with 30, 40, 50, 100 CVP applications, we call them traditional IVR apps. In my environment, I have really 2 or 3 because just about everything that we do from a IVR perspective is done by a virtual agent now. So I have one, what I call a wrapper application, and essentially that is what goes off and calls my bots. And it's extremely simple to reuse that over and over again. So for me, I don't necessarily love developing in Java, but the fact that all I had to do is create that one application. I have that one wrapper application. Now I spend all my time in the virtual agent platform, right? Whether that's Dialogflow, or any of the others that are out there, right? So I'm not, you saw earlier where I kind of changed the way I did finesse agent gadget development. I haven't touched CVP. CVP was just fine for me because I don't need to use it in the ways that I used to use it. Just had to create this one wrapper application. Now I spend all my time out developing my bots. Or putting together some digital channel interaction that out in Webex Connect that interacts. So all four of these pieces tie together beautifully and are things that I'm definitely using and give me great capability, and again are part of why I believe that Cisco Webex Contact Center Enterprise is if not the leader, they are certainly a leader in this space, given all the flexibility that we're provided as well. These new features are really what kind of seal the deal on that. So let's go to the final two here. Cisco Agent Answers and Transcript. Transcribe in real time, surface knowledge articles to assist your agent. This exists today. And then the last one here is WebRTC, which will, I believe, come out later this year. That's going to be your browser-based phone for agent. For me personally right now, I'm not using them. I'm going to show a different option that T-Tech Digital can provide in a later section of this. But you in all likelihood will not see these throughout the course of this demonstration. So I said that I was going to be very pro Cisco as we went through all of these sections, but sometimes I was going to be a bit critical of Cisco. I think I'll kind of prove a case for why I'm in a bit of a different camp here and what other options you could consider. Now, that's not to say that these can't be helpful and you can't get them. You can get them really, really easily on the Webex Cloud, but I'm looking for something that's going to give me guaranteed ROI along with the ease and stability, and that's where I just am at a place where I still want more, and we'll talk to that a little bit later on. So that's my my take on really the big pieces of the Cisco roadmap. You've got 4 in there that I think absolutely are critical and key to what should be in the Cisco box, and just from a capability perspective. And then I still kind of got some feelings about the bottom 2, and we'll learn more about what I mean really in all of these areas as we continue through this mini-series. So thank you for watching this quick overview and discussion on Cisco's current new features and roadmap, and look forward to seeing you again soon.